Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm here today to share with you what I made for Tamika Morris's swap over on her Instagram. She is Morris's Unity group. I'll link everything in the description box below. This swap, we had to do a Trapper Keeper, Crafter Keeper. The tutorial was by Sandy Trefker. I don't know how to say her name. I'll link it in the description box. So we just had to follow the tutorial. It had to be 80s themed on the outside, or like kind of retro-ish, whatever you want it. So I just kind of carried my theme throughout. Here's the outside, super cute Trapper Keeper. I just used a font that I had on my Silhouette store, or my Cameo, and put a little vinyl, so it says Trapper Keeper. I did a little record and some little sunglasses. Both of these were cut files from the Silhouette store that I had. I just turned the glasses into a shaker, and I put some glossy accents on there. The paper collection I used is P13, and it is called, let's see here, Have Fun. Now, I use the cut aparts on the cover, so the cover looks a little jank, but on the covers they have cut aparts. So that's what it was. P13, Have Fun. I used 2 packs of it, and I have a little bit left. Alright, so here's the front. Here's the back. I did make 3 of them. They're all exactly the same. Well, I guess not exactly the same. There are a few minor differences depending on how much paper I had left, but I think the only difference is the cover. 2 of them are vertical, 1 of them is horizontal, and then one of the pockets is just different, but those are the only 2 differences. Okay, so you got your Trapper Keeper Velcro. I did put some shimmer spray in there. Okay, in my pocket. So some of the things I made were too big to fit in the appropriate places, and so we had to have two folders that had, one folder had to have 2 sheets of stickers, and one folder had to have 2 cards. We had to have a dashboard and an envelope that has a sequin mix or rhinestones. So, we also had to have 4 embellishments on 2 dividers or something like that. Okay, so here is my pocket on this side. I did an alter paper clip. I received this from a swap, from the die cut swap that I just did. So that was perfect timing for that. And inside this pocket, I had to add my stickers here because they were too big for my folders. So I got these both from Dollar Tree. They're puffy word stickers, one in rose gold, one in regular gold. And I just cut the tops off and put them in another bag so that way they would fit. And then here is one of my cards. How fun is this? So Game Boy came out in 1989. I was 7, my brother was 9. So he had a Game Boy. I didn't. I could care less, to be honest. But so I thought this was super fun to put on there. I didn't put a sentiment because, you know, you can make this as a birthday card, a congrats card, a retro card. You know, I didn't know what, you know, saying somebody wanted. And so this is what the outside looks like. I did have to make the envelope for it because it's a weird size. And inside, I don't remember what I put on the inside. It just says, let's celebrate everything. So it could be anything. The new trend for the younger kids when they're getting married is game over, which I think that's kind of rude, but they've been doing that. So you can put game over, congratulations on your engagement or whatever. There you go. And then I just had another little extra piece of acetate in there. I thought it looked really good. I wanted it as a I was going to use it as a divider, but I cut them too short and I only had 1 page of that. So there you go. Okay, here's my dashboard. Super cute. On the dashboard, you had to include a ribbon sample, which is on the back. But look at how absolutely adorable. For those of you who don't know, this is a floppy disk. Back in the 80s and 90s, we used to say, I list in 3U, which means I heart you, because it's a heart. Because we didn't have fancy phones that could type out hearts back in the day. So how I had to explain what a floppy disk was to my 7-year-old niece, it is the cloud on a disk, a detachable disk that you can put in your computer and take it out of your computer. So yeah, I felt very old. And she didn't even know what a thumb drive was. They save everything on the cloud on her Chromebook that they use at school. So yeah. So these were before thumb drives. These were before CDs. And on the back, here's my ribbon sample. I just put it on this cute little card. And I just used some of the hearts that were from the cover shaker. It's just attached by a paper clip. So on the back, I just add a cut apart. So that way it was, you know, from both sides. Here is my first folder. I put You're Awesome. That was the thing. I remember my sister was in high school. Let me think. No, she wasn't. My sister's 8 years older than me. So, yeah, she would have been, let me think. She would have been just starting high school. So, and kind of towards the end of the 80s. But I just remember her always like, you're awesome. And, you know, that was just a phrase I remember. So I matted it with some gold and put that in there. Inside, I know it looks a little pitiful, but I couldn't fit my stickers in there, and so I just have some extra stickers in there. These are from Dollar Tree, and I had a few like Lisa Frank stickers, so I just popped those in there too, just so you can kind of see my little folders. Put the little hearts on there and the little cut up hearts. And then here is my first divider. How cute is this? It's a mixtape. Again, I had to explain what this was, and I had to show my niece pictures of what a cassette tape player looked like. So she told me I was very vintage. So I don't know, for those of you who are old enough to remember, we used to make these little mixtapes by recording stuff off the radio, and then you put your little title, what your tape was. Yes, this was my I Love You slow jams. And then here's my first set of embellishments. I did laminate the back with self-lamination sheets or whatever they're called. Why does that one look weird? Anyway, I was going to attach my embellishments to my dashboards, but I just decided it looked nicer this way. So I used the stitch rectangle and the brick and mortar die from Stampin' Up! For the background, and I did 2 rosettes with some little paper collages. I did the best I could. I'm working on collaging, and I think I did great. I think they look really, really good. Super proud of myself. I just took a white gel pen to the hearts and made some movement marks and some, you know, super cute accent pieces. This heart is glossy accent and little cassette tape. Down here, I did the little mash. For those of you who are old enough to know what MASH is, it was a fun paper game to tell you where you were going to live, a mansion, apartment, a shack, or a house, who your future husband, wife, whatever you identify as person. It's going to be how many kids you're going to have, if you're going to be rich, poor, or whatever. So it was like a super fun game. So I have that there, and then the little hearts and the little record. Okay, and then here, totally rad. That was the other saying I remember hearing them say. And I had the totally rad, totally hair Barbie. She was an 80s girl, so I still have her. And inside here is my second card and my little business card. But this is my second card. Again, I did not put a sentiment on the outside. On the inside, I think I just put the same thing. Let's celebrate everything. Oh no, I put hello there. So just a generic card that you can use generically. And then on the envelope, I stamped hello there. Okay. Next, my next divider is the full mash game. So you can see that number of kids, your future job. And how you played is you made little swirls. Some people did tick marks. Some people just did other stuff. But I always played with the swirl. And then you count how many lines. And then you go through and you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when you land on your number, you cross it out until you were left with one of everything. So here's that. And on the back of that one, here is a shaker. So I just did the little heart sunglasses again in shaker form. No sentiment. That way people can use it year round for whatever they want. And then this one here, just put a little live life. That's the other difference. Each little cluster has a different word on it, but this is all exactly the same. I pulled out a little splatter stamp to get some splatters on that heart. Here is my envelope. I do not want to open it because it took me forever to get these bows perfectly. Inside are just some Stampin' Up! Rhinestones that are actually, let me see if I have any left. There's just a pack of rhinestones. Kind of looks like these, but obviously not used. And then I added another little fun pack. These kind of reminded me of the 80s kind of theme. This is the Abstract Beauty Ephemera pack from Stampin' Up. So I added that. And then I just added the notebook at the end. This is just a notebook from Dollar Tree or Walmart. And I just added a piece of paper and a little piece of the cut-aparts on top of there. Just so they can have a little notebook. So I thought that was super cute. And then I just made this little box that has 3 of these little chocolate lollipops in there. I thought that was really cute. But I sealed it up just in case. I know some people, right now their state is super hot and I don't want any of this to melt. So I'm not doing any fancy packaging. It's just going to come in a clear bag. I feel like that's appropriate. It may or may not be. I don't know. But that's what they're going to get in a nice sealed bag. And all right. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.